Hey, welcome back, guys. In doing research for different types of backpacks, whether it be military surplus or backpacking type backpacks, there's a wide range in pricing. And when you start into looking at backpacking type backpacks, they can get quite expensive. So what I wanted to do with you today is discuss the Teton Sports Explorer 4000 internal frame backpack. This is a very affordable option for you for what it offers, and I've been using it probably for about one and a half years now, a year and a half. It's great. I love it. It has all the things in the right places. It holds just enough for me to pack for maybe an overnight or two. And what I want to do is get into some of the specs with you. The gear that I'm going to show you here isn't everything I carry every time. It's more to give you an idea of the pack and what you can pack and how you can pack it, and just some of the different specs here and advantages to this pack right here. So once again, it's the Teton Sports Explorer 4000. It's an internal frame backpack. The dimensions are 32 inches by 18 inches by 2. It's made of 600D squared ripstop. It's 4,000 cubic inches, hence the Teton Sports Explorer 4000. And its capacity is 65 liters. So this is a 65 liter pack, guys. Without the gear in it, it weighs about 5 pounds by itself, just so you're aware, with the internal framing and the waist belt and things like that. So let's break into this. Let's show you some of the gear and talk about some of what this pack can do for you. First off, the first thing I do is I keep my canteen around the top here, as you might be able to see. After I get done packing this, I just take my canteen set and my braided ridge line that I tie onto that, and I throw it right over the top. So I just carry it like that. So let's take that off first. And you've seen this canteen set before. It's the Stanley canteen, along with the Pathfinder stove and cup, and I have fish mouth spreaders in there and things like that. And then we're going to do the outside of the pack first, guys, and then we'll get into the inside. So the first thing I want to show you is the 2 straps up top. On the very top of the pack, you have these 2 straps. Adjustable straps and with buckles, and I just keep my wool blanket here. Should I need to bring extra clothing, socks and shirts, I just wrap it right up, fold it right up into this wool blanket, and fasten it right on the top. Let's go to this side first. The first thing I want to show you is that both sides have pass-through pockets here. So there's a pocket here, and then there's a pass-through system. And on this side, all I have passed through is my cold steel shovel. So I can place it in there. It goes down into the water holder. Just carry that right on the side. Inside of this pocket, this side has one larger pocket. The other side has 2 smaller pockets. So on this side, I have a Baco Laplander. I have some bug spray. And I have my Mora 711, all in this side pocket here. And then you have a mesh pocket here on the bottom, which I'll keep water bottles in, depending on what'll fit. You know, once I have that cold steel shovel in there, whatever I can fit on the side of that. So pass through, which is my favorite part of the pack. Another thing that I keep here, if I don't have the shovel, for example, is the tripod that my camera is on. My tripod will slide right down there and make it very easy to carry. Let's go over to the other side here, where there's 2 pockets, and it has the same pass-through system. This one has a buckle up top. So whatever you have in here, you can fasten and tighten it up so it stays right against your side. What we have here, pass through, on both sides. Hope you can see that okay. Pass through down into the mesh pocket is the Husqvarna multi-purpose forest axe. Then on this top pocket, I have my sharpening kit. Second pocket right underneath of that, I have a roll of bank line, number 36 bank line. And I have an extra ferro rod, monster ferro rod. And then once again, it passes all the way down. If you were to put the axe in, it passes all the way down through into the mesh pocket here, where I keep water bottles. As you guys know, I carry several different water bottles because I'm constantly drinking water. So I always have places for water bottles there. Let's go to the front. So to keep the top on, you have these compression buckles right here, compression straps right here. There's two straps. Once we fasten on the top, we can compress it down. Then you have this mesh pocket in the front. And all I have in this front pocket is a map. Depending on where I go, I keep the map in a plastic bag, keep it dry. And then I have some directions on where I'm going. So that's that front mesh pocket. Then you see here, we have some daisy chains along each side. So I just have my Stanley water bottle carabinered onto one of the daisy chains. On the other side, I have my fire kit that I wear on my belt sometimes. I just have it right onto one of these daisy chains here. Then at the bottom of the daisy chains, you have two more compression straps. So there's two more buckles and two more straps for compressing. Working our way all the way down to the bottom here, guys, is a sleeping bag compartment. So this compartment is separated from the top attachment just to keep your sleeping bag. Or I know some guys keep their first aid down here just for easy access. So what we'll do is open this up. And all I have in here right now is my bivy sack for my MSS that came with the MSS, the green bivy bag, camouflage bivy bag, keep right in the bottom. Some guys online were saying that this compartment is not big enough for a sleeping bag. But interestingly enough, I have found that whether the smaller sleeping bags, like the down sleeping bag or some synthetic sleeping bags, will fit down here perfectly. The key is you don't want to roll them up. You actually just want to stuff them in. You want to take them unrolled and stuff them in, and you'd be amazed at what can fit in this bottom compartment. So this is a standalone compartment separate from the top part of the bucket pouch here. But let me show you something that's pretty neat. Is that you can unzip this bottom. There's a separator between the bottom compartment and the top. You can unzip that, push the flap back, and this all becomes one compartment. So then you have full use of the pack as one big compartment. And it's very easy to zip on and zip off, and it's a simple flap here. I'm not sure if you can see that. But once you unzip that, it opens up, and you have full capacity of the pack. And that's usually how I do it. I don't usually keep the sleeping bag separate in this bottom compartment. I'll usually just use the whole big compartment. Now let's go to the back here. You might be able to see here in the back, nice, big, thick, padded shoulder straps. You have a couple of D-rings on there, and on this side I have a thermometer, compass, and whistle combination tool. You have an adjustable sternum strap. You have a couple of load lifters here, which are very important. Those are adjustable as well. So adjustable load lifters, adjustable sternum strap, and then interestingly enough, you also have this contoured harness. Now what this bag is designed for is a torso length from 19 inches to 23 inches. Get this a little closer. This has a large, medium, and small back length adjustment. And the way that you can take your torso length is just take a piece of paracord, measure it from the base of your neck right to the top of your hips where the hip belt would lay, and then take that piece of paracord, hold it up against a tape measure, and that's going to be your torso length. Then this pack, you can adjust this. All you would do is take the Velcro off, and then there's loops here, and you could adjust it. So this whole harness system can lower or raise according to your torso length. So that's a phenomenal feature about this pack. It's very customizable. The airflow on this is tremendous. They have a lumbar pad and the back pads up here. It's very comfortable against my back. I have no complaints at all. The hip belt is very thick. And you can see the big fat buckles here. I've had no problems with these. I will say though, in cold weather, you just want to make sure you line it up properly before clicking it in. But this is probably the nicest waist belt that I've ever worn. Nice and thick, and the way that it combines with this lumbar support on your back is great. It's almost like this pack becomes one with you when you have it on. It almost becomes an extension of your body. And once again, the airflow is good, but I constantly sweat. Regardless of what pack I'm wearing, I'm always sweating through my back when I'm wearing a pack. So that isn't the biggest deal for me, but it does have the airflow and the super nice padding on each side. I mean, the padding on this thing is just outstanding. They make sure that you're very, very comfortable. And then here's my D-ring that I always attach to the top strap here to hang it from trees. So just to give you an idea again, and once again, back length adjustment, one of the coolest things I ever saw in a pack. All you do is remove the Velcro and slip this up, and then you can move it up or down according to your torso length. Okay, so let's get to the top and then the inside of the pack here, guys. Where I had my wool blanket up top here, the back has a pocket, and in there I just have my shemagh, but it's a nice deep pocket here. Also, once we undo the straps on the front, you have an inside pocket, almost like the Alice packs, like the medium Alice packs. You have these small pockets on the inside and the outside of the flap. And in here, I just have a 5x7 tarp that I stuff right in there. Nice deep pockets though, guys. I love these top flap pockets. You can keep your keys. Some guys throw their first aid right in there too. Whatever you need to get to quick, all you do is flip open the top, and there you have the two pouches. So then when we get here, we have one pull string and then two. So you can double up on closing your gear up here. And then inside this, once again, 65 liter capacity. So this is going to hold 65 liters. I have my utility pouch, which just has batteries, my headlamp, my paracord, all my different types of cordage in here. Just general utility pack. Next, I have my first aid. You can see the red tab there. Then I have my cook kit. This is the Condor H2O pouch, but inside of it I have the Stanley Adventure Cup. I have another metal cup. You've seen this cook kit before. And then one more thing I have in here, a couple more things, but then I have this tarp. I'm not sure the size of this tarp, but it works well for a lot of things. And I enjoy it very much. I think it was a cheap $10 Harbor Freight tarp. I'm going to try to show it, but I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it. But if you can see inside of the pack, right in front of the internal frame system is a pouch, just another pocket. I know it's hydration compatible, and this pocket in the back here is probably for your hydration bladder, but I don't really use that. I'm not a hydration bladder kind of guy. I don't use that type of system. So in this back pocket, perfectly fits my Ontario Cookery. If I can help it, I try not to leave home without this tool right here. And then next to this hydration pouch fastener for the line, you might be able to see the internal frame right here. It's covered up, but this is the part of the internal frame that goes up, so it runs right along your back. And it's not uncomfortable at all due to the nice thick padding in the back. So you cinch it up one time here, and you cinch it up another time here. It's going to keep your stuff nice and dry. I have not had wet equipment when using this bag. Another thing that I'll do if it's really going to rain is I'll throw everything in a dry bag and then stuff the dry bag right into this. So I think we got everything covered on the bottom. There's not the MOLLE on the bottom, unfortunately. That's the one thing I would have liked to see is some MOLLE on the bottom for a sleeping bag. But I guess since they have the sleeping bag pocket here, it's not needed. But they do have a couple of tool straps here on the bottom. One of them I have a carabiner on. And then they also have a rain cover. This also includes a rain cover. So there's a little Velcro strap on the bottom. And once you open that up, it gives you access to this yellow rain cover. And it's fastened right on. And I have yet to use this. In a year plus use, I've never used this rain cover, but it's always there if you need it. And that comes with the bag, so that's a phenomenal feature. You got your own rain cover right in there. So I appreciate you watching, guys. Once again, this is the Teton Sports Explorer 4000 internal frame backpack. It has many purposes. It's very versatile. 1 to 2 days in the woods. If you're packing light, you can probably go more. It's not bad for a day pack at all. You can just pack some goods in here and take it out for a nice day hike. On Amazon right now, I looked and it's listed at $77.39. And that's not a lot of money for all that you get with this pack, especially when you compare it to some other brands of internal frame backpacks. And then if you look at internal frame backpacks with a 65-liter capacity, $77.39 is an outstanding price. So you can check this out on Amazon. You could also look up more on Teton Sports at tetonsports.com. It's a tremendous website. They have a lot of great gear that's very, very affordable. So I will say that this pack is affordable, it's fun to wear, and an absolute pleasure to use. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope I was able to be of some assistance for you if you were looking into this pack, and we will talk to you again down the road. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.